Hello everyone, welcome to Beast Cocina. Today I'm going to do a chicken pot pie, and it's gonna try to be like as simple as possible. I'm gonna substitute what needs to be substituted because we're trying to do this fast and we don't want this to actually be like a problem. So I'm wearing my glasses because I need to wear for blue light technology because I have a headache right now, and you know that the more you look at the screen, the worse your headache gets. So that's why I have the glasses on right now. So the first thing that we're going to need are 2 sticks of celery. I'm gonna put 2 carrots. I'm gonna clean them and dice them up. And I'm gonna put a small onion. It's so small, it's like less than half your finger. That's how big it is. So you know, okay. And you're gonna need 4 teaspoon of butter. You're also going to need half a cup of flour, which I'm going to get in a minute, and you're also going to need either half a cup or 1/3. I'm putting 1/3 because my girls are peas, because my girls don't like and these are frozen peas, which I got a big stuff and I had to separate them because I don't have any peas at home. So but this is where they go. Normally I get them from Walmart, great value. That's where they come from. I'm probably gonna put it back in a Ziploc bag and that's where they go. But this is 1/3. And you're gonna need 1/3 of flour too, which I'm gonna go look. You're gonna need 1 cup of heavy whipped cream. And you're also going to need 2 garlics. You know, I buy my garlic at Costco. I grind them down, and then I make my sofrito. And this was left, and I didn't want it to go to waste. So what I did is I just froze it, and I have frozen garlic. And then I just made like little incision like this with a plastic knife. So when I take them out, they come out pretty simple, not too complicated. So let's see. And then you're also going to need pie crusts. I pick up 2 pie crusts from Hills Farm, and basically this is going to be give me 1 second, someone's ringing the bell. Okay. Okay, that's my Salern dye that I use in my hair, so that's where it is. Okay, so guys, let's keep on going. So we're gonna do the celery, we're gonna do everything else. Let's just get chopping and get it on, because the faster we finish, the faster that my family is gonna cook and gonna eat. Okay, so you're gonna do the celery, you're gonna cut it as small as possible. The reason I'm cutting as small as possible is because my girls are very picky. And if they don't feel it when they eat it, that's gonna be even better for us. So the same is gonna apply to the celery. I'm gonna apply to everything else. Be careful with your fingers, because this is going to be very dangerous. So I'm gonna try to cut them as small as I can. You guys can cut them in dices or whatever, or bigger pieces. That is your preference, but I'm going to just keep chopping until it is as small as possible. And this is as small as my celery is. So let's go. And the next step is going to be to chop those carrots. First I wash them and then I dice them. Let's go. And the way that I peel the skin is very easy. I just use a knife and do like that. You can use anything that you want to peel them off. Mine is actually pretty simple. I go straight to the garbage and I just do like that. You have to be careful because you are using, it's not the blade that you're using, it's the back of the knife that you're using. So it's not gonna ruin your carrots that much. But if you're wearing something like I am right now, it might ruin your top, which I'm not looking forward to that. So I'm probably gonna have to wash this right after I'm done with making dinners. Okay, it fell in the garbage, but it fell on the paper on top, so that's fine. I'm still gonna wash it. We're gonna wash that. It happens to the best of us. And here we go. Let's do this. And I'm gonna chop this end here. And I'm gonna chop this end here. I love this knife because they're so good, you know. Chop this here. Just be careful you don't cut yourself, because if the knife is very sharp, it's going to be a problem. Okay, so now I'm gonna cut this celery, this carrots in half first. I'm gonna cut them in half first, and then I'm gonna cut them in another half. So basically I'm gonna cut them in quarters, like they say. If you know what that means, I'm gonna show you as soon as I'm done how they're gonna look when you're done. And the smallest I cut them, the better it's going to be, because my girls are going to be able to eat them and they're not gonna give me a hard time. I'm actually setting the oven to 400, and the reason I'm doing it for 400 is because I'm gonna put it first for maybe, I'm gonna put it for maybe first for 20 minutes at 400, and then I'm gonna put it for 35 minutes or 40 minutes, depending on how much I feel like I need for the pie to be done very well. Just keep in mind, I already did my chicken in the crock pot, and I actually just did a video on that. So I'm gonna cut this, and I'm gonna cut as small as possible. Let's keep on doing this. Okay, so this is as big as those carrots are going to be. It's almost like a triangle shape, and they're gonna be very, very small. I'm gonna put them in here so you guys can see. That's how they're gonna look. Now I'm gonna go and cut the other ones. And those are going to be as small as possible too. Hopefully we'll have dinner early today. I normally try to get dinner at the table by 5. It's gonna be 10 minutes to 5, so that's not gonna happen today. But I did say I'd try. My girls were running in the house, and they were out of control, so I had to separate them and put them in the same room. I mean, put in their own rooms. So I could have allowed them to go outside and play, but because they disobeyed me and started running in the house, and I already had a headache, so that wasn't good for anyone. So they are in their rooms playing by themselves now. They cannot get alone. They're gonna have to be separated. And if you're a mom or more than 2, you know how that goes. Okay. So this is going to be a little bit of, I'm trying to cut the carrots as small as possible because I do want my girls to try to eat them. It's going to be a little bit of a hard case, but and be careful when you're cutting this. You definitely want to be careful. I did my I did 2 breasts of chickens. You can do more if you want to, and they already shredded. I already shred them already, and they do have some liquid to it, which we're going to use in this recipe once we're done with this area here. So I'm going to get the garlic, and I'm going to take a little piece of garlic in here, and I'm going to put it right on top of this right here, which is my garlic. And I'm going to put a little generous amount of garlic. This at the end of the day, you want the garlic to infuse the everything. Now I have to put it back because it's melting already, and you know garlic when it melts, it's gonna go all over the place. But I love this. I love this. I just started doing it, and I am loving it because I don't have to mince garlic. I don't have to do anything, and I can buy the Costco full and then just put it in the blender and blend that together and use it. And also use it for my sofrito, which is totally a win and win. So we're done with this celery. that okay. Let's move on to my let's move on to my, let me put this dye out of here so you guys don't have to see that. Let's move on to the pot where the action is going to take place. Okay, so now what we're going to do is you're going to pick up a pan. I already have my pan going already, and you're going to put in you're going to put in the butter. The butter that I use is the Imperial one. You can use whatever you want, and what I love about the Imperial one is that it already tells me how many teaspoons there is. The 8 teaspoon, half of it is 4 teaspoons, and that's what I wanted to use in this stock. So let's go and do that. You're gonna use whatever spoon you want to. I'm gonna use a tablespoon, a wooden spoon, because I don't want to scratch the surface on my non-stick pan. So let's go do that. This is going to be that. Next, we're going to put in our garlic. Once that's melted, we're going to put in our garlic in there. Garlic goes in. And of course, I forgot to chop the onion, so we're gonna have to do that. Let me lower this heat on this so I can chop the onions real fast. And sometimes when I want to do things fast, what I do is I actually just use my little KitchenAid chopper. But being that I'm trying to be as original, if you guys don't have a chopper at home, you can definitely dice this at home and get this going. So let's try to do this as soon as we can. And I don't want the onion to be too thick either, because I don't want them to have a problem eating it, the girls. So, here we go. Onion goes in. And it's going in with a little bit of carrot, but that's okay. Let's do the other half of the onion. And I'm going to do this pretty fast. So you guys are going to do the same thing that you did with the carrots. You're going to do the same thing with the onion. And I'm trying to chop them because I just forgot them. Okay, there we go. Onions are going in. And let's take the carrots out. Okay, so onions are going in. And this is like a little chunk here, so I'm gonna try to cut it a little bit here. My hands are very clean, so don't worry about it. So we have the garlic, and we have the onion, and we want them to caramelize for a little bit. And if you want to make it like translucent, you can wait for them to transluce, and that would be perfect the way it is. I'm not putting my face in because this is all about the food. This is all about the food. I mean, if you want to see my face, you can see it, but I'm gonna be honest, this is all about the food. Just watch this. So then we have here the onion, the butter, we have the garlic, the minced garlic that I had in my freezer. that I already have them already chipped. I'm always trying to make things easier for myself, and this is gonna help with the garlic. Doing it this way, I am saving so much time, and I'm saving money too, because I didn't get rid of that whole bag of garlic that was almost going bad, but I freeze it. There's always a solution to everything. Of course, let's go and put in the rest of this here. So now we have the garlic, we have the, now I'm adding the celery, and I'm adding also the, and basically what we're trying to do is, this is going to bind the, this is too big. This is going to bind my, my flour together. Once this is, what we're gonna do is we're gonna cook it for at least maybe 5 or 10 minutes. I would say more like 10 minutes. You're gonna cook this through. And guess what? If you think you need a little bit more butter, in my case, I always go for more. I think I need a little bit more butter, and I'm going to use a little bit more butter so this can cook better. So let's do this. Let's put that butter. That's approximately like half a teaspoon of butter. And the good thing about this, the butter is going to just add more flavor to it. More flavor to everything. Now, I will put my fan, I hope that doesn't make too much noise. I will put my fan to go, cooking fan. So, you're going to cook this for approximately, I would say between 10 minutes. What's up, Mary? If you're gonna fight, no. Are you gonna run here in the house?
No.
Are you guys gonna behave?
Yes, we're just gonna play on our Nintendo.
Okay. I will let you play with your sister, but if I hear anything, I'm gonna put you in the corner, both of you, okay? Not running in the house, okay? And not being tough and hitting each other, okay? That includes that, okay? Girls, you know, we have to put them, I have to separate them, so I will let them play again, but they tend to play a little rough, and they try to hit each other, and I don't like that. I do not like that, and that's when I separate them from the room. Everyone have to go to the room. This is too big. Don't like it. Okay. So this is gonna take approximately like 10 minutes to basically caramelize and get those carrots and celery to feel like basically soften them up. That's what we're looking for. We're soften them up and getting it where we want them. The next step is trying to put that 1/3 cup of flour, which I'm going to go look for. This is how I do. I buy my flowers and then I put the expiration date on top, and then that's how I know when I need to get rid of it and replace it with new ones. This one tells me it's gonna be on December 24th that I have to get rid of this one. Okay, so this is like 1/2 cup of flour. And this is getting soft as it is. Make sure that you move them around. Don't let them stick to the pan. And I definitely think that the 4.5 cups of butter, 4.5 teaspoon of butter definitely made the trick. It's smelling wonderful already. I smell more the celery than anything else. I normally will put in my sofrito in there, but this is chicken pot pie. I'm gonna try to stay away from doing and that's just gonna add more flavor. You know what? I'm gonna add my sofrito in there. Let's add a little bit of it. My sofrito only can improve the flavor of this thing. Let's go. And it doesn't have to be too much. It could only be a little bit. And then we're gonna have all those flavors marinating in there. Oh my God, this is already smelling amazing, and I am loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving this. Okay, so you also, I forgot to tell you guys, you're going to need 1 3/4 of a cup of chicken broth. I am going to try to use the chicken broth. Now what I'm going to put is I'm going to put the flour in there, And you're going to basically try to mix it together slowly at a time, because what you want to do is for making like a thick paste, what you want to do it slowly because you don't want it to get too thick. And you have to make sure that you put all of them in there. And you're going to do it as slow as possible, because you know that very well that is going to suck everything out of it. Okay, so this is going to be like, try to do it as slow as possible. Obviously I'm doing it a little bit fast here because I am literally a little bit of behind on schedule. So it's almost like you're making a sewing kit. Like you're making this for your and you're making this little paste that is going to and now what you need to do is I'm gonna use the 1/3 of the chicken broth, and I'm gonna grab it from my chicken broth right here. I'm using my chicken broth that I did for my crock pot, and I'm going to mix them up. I want to make sure that everything is there. Lower the heat, please. Let me see if I have any more chicken stock in here, because I don't know if I'm going to have enough. Oh, I do have chicken stock. Great. Okay. So chicken stock going in. And this is going to mix those flavors together of the broth. Now I'm gonna put it less than a third, I have to say. Hold on. I'm trying to look for a cup. Let's see if I find a cup here. Oh, I have a cup right here. I'm gonna do less than a cup because I already put a little bit from the other one. So you definitely need to put enough juice in here. So that chicken broth, I did the college and chicken broth. You can put any chicken broth in, and then you're gonna just move it around and make sure that everything is integrated in. And what you're making is, I don't know how you call it, but it's basically you're making this paste that is going to go into the, and once that's done, oh, I think I need a little bit more chicken broth. And I was gonna use the one that from my crock pot, which I've been cooking. I put a cup of it. I should have put more water in there so I can actually use it, and the chicken could have produced the stock that I needed. But it is what it is. I am going to be satisfied with whatever I got. So here is what we got, and we got this wonderful solution right here. Now what you're going to add is your peas. I am going to only use 1/3 of a cup of peas, or maybe even a little bit more of that. You can use up to half a cup of as you want to. These are frozen peas, so you don't have to. And I'm putting it last because the peas are the first one to get soft, and and you won't want to get them involved in there where they actually have to be like, don't feel that great. Okay, so we get this great creamy stuff, and now what we need is a cup of heavy cream. I get my heavy cream from Costco, and that is actually pretty good for the price. I think it's $4 and something for this whole thing here, which is not bad at all. It's almost like a little gallon. Let's move it because this is heavy cream, so obviously it's heavy. Let's get a cup, and we're gonna need a cup of heavy cream. Okay, and this looks like a little bit more than a cup, so let's put a little bit back. Okay, so this is just precisely a cup of heavy cream, and we're gonna integrate it in there. And basically I should say, let me just put a little bit of salt and pepper. salt and pepper. So I would say 1 or 2 teaspoons of salt and pepper. So pepper is going to cracked peppers. These cracked peppers is from Costco. So you're gonna put cracked peppers in here, and that should be more than enough. I feel like that's definitely enough. I don't want to overwhelm it because it's the first time that I'm making it at home. So I don't want the girls to feel that it's gonna be too much. I hope it is gonna have enough taste to it, and I am gonna taste it to see if I need to add more, because it's my first time making it. One thing that I'm sure of it, if it's not flavorful, the girls are not gonna eat it. So I know the heavy cream is gonna give a flavor, but I'm gonna try to do that. It's a little bit more salt. Okay, and a little bit of pepper. You taste it and you see, and you're also gonna need at least 1 or 2 teaspoons of thyme. So that's what I'm gonna put in here, and I'm just gonna measure it with my hands, and I'm gonna put a little bit in here. And I'm not gonna put too much because I don't know how the girls are gonna feel about it. I have never used thyme too much, so but thyme is very good with poultry and things like that. So you guys need to very still gonna integrate. Now let's integrate out the heavy whipped cream in there. And please make sure that you move it and stir. And the heavy whipped cream is just coming along. Wow, this is coming very nice. So here we go. If anyone knows how long after opening the whipped cream is good for, I mean, this one says doesn't expire until September 18. But I find that if you freeze it, I think it'll still be good for you guys. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna taste it. Let's taste this and see what's going on here. You can put as much as you want. I put 2 carrots. I didn't put too much. Oh my God, it tastes so good. It tastes amazing. Wow. So basically that flour is just gonna bond this together, and I'm gonna put the volume a little, the heat on medium. That's what you want. I had it too high before, so I lower it a little bit just for everything to go through. And this is like a shoe that is going to get everything infused in together, and I am so happy with the result. It looks very good. It looks basically like any chicken pot pie. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna integrate that chicken that you did in the crock pot, and I've been doing it since 11 o'clock this morning. So let's go get that chicken. And be very careful because obviously my crock pot is still going, so you don't want to burn yourself. I have burned myself a lot. And then you have some juice in the crock pot. That juice you can save it and unfreeze it, and you'll have some more chicken stock. And that's the way it is. That's the way I do it. Okay, let's see. So I did two chicken breasts from Costco. So they're pretty thick, they're big, and then I shred them, and that's how it looks. They're shredded, and I put in the crock pot, and they were done in there, and that's what I'm going to integrate in here now. And let's look for something to grab it because I don't want to get burned either. I'm going to wash this. So here we go with the chicken, and the chicken's already shredded, so it's going to be shredded all over. If you don't have this kind of chicken breast at home, you can get like a rotisserie chicken from the supermarket, and you can actually you can integrate it like that. But I'm doing it like this because my girls love the chicken very tender. So I am making the chicken tender as it is, as can possibly be. I season it the way I do, normally season everything. So I actually I'm trying to post a video about seasoning. I don't know why it's not going through, but you should be seeing that today. And I'm going to put all the 2 breasts in here. And then they come apart. Look, they come apart. They come apart, like completely come apart, okay? And I hope the girls really like this because it's my first time doing it. But I think it's coming together. Look at this. Look at this delicious thing. I am loving it. Of course, I take my bay leaves that I use in my cooking. Like I do everything. You're gonna see in that seasoning thing that my bay leaves are all part of my seasoning process. So then you have all these wonderful things in here. Oh my God, I love it. I wish I can put more peas, but I don't want to put too much because then my girls is going to feel too much of it. So let's keep that and do it like that better. This way I know that what they're able to. So this is it. This is everything that you need for the stock. Now let's go find a pot that we can actually put dough. We have so I think there's only one here and two, and it's called apple pie crust from Hill Farm. I'm sorry, from Pillsbury, and you find them in the frozen section, and this is how they look. So I'm gonna try to see if I can look it up and put it in the link too. Let me pull this thing out of here. Okay, this is it. We got. I have to put my garlic away. Hold on, because it's getting soft already. Let's put it away. Put it away in the freezer again, so it can be taken out as I need it. Okay, so now we have everything we need. I'm gonna taste it one more time just to make sure, but I'm gonna show you guys how this look. I'm gonna detach the light from it. So, oh, actually no, you know what I'm gonna detach? I'm gonna detach my charger from it so you guys can see it. So this is how it looks. And definitely 2 chicken breasts are definitely enough chicken that I have noticed for satisfying the need of that chicken pot pie. And you're definitely gonna feel the chicken like there. Nice and great. And the heavy cream and everything, all of the ingredients are like, oh my God, they're just amazing. I'm gonna put a little bit more garlic. I'm gonna put a little bit more, sorry, I was washing my hands. I'm gonna put a little bit more salt and pepper, only because we're Dominican and we like a lot of flavor on it and our stuff. And I'm gonna put a little bit more pepper. Keep in mind, this is gonna cook in the oven, so even though I'm putting it after the fact, those things are gonna cook and marinate in there. So we're good. We're good, and I'm happy with that. So this is my first time doing it. I have done it previously, but it was like 10-15 years ago. So we'll see how that goes. I am very excited about it. We have this pie here, which I had to find a pie for it. Let me see, where can I put this? I don't even know if I have a pie crust for this. Well, we're gonna find something to put it on. Make sure you have a pie tray when you. Pie, where are you? Okay. I don't have a pie, but this is basically a cake thing, and we're gonna use it as a pie. Hopefully that will be enough. I thought I had a pie tray, but like I said, everything is not what you seem sometimes, and you cannot find them fast enough. I thought I had a pie thing, right? I guess I don't. Okay, well, this is ready. This is already ready. Now let's go assembling. I'm gonna use a 9 cookie sheet, cake cookie sheet to emulate that pie, because I obviously don't have it, so it's gonna have to be. That's life right there. In a nutshell, you have to. Yeah, I'm gonna wash it and I'll be right back. Okay. So my first thing that I do is I am going to spray, or you can butter your pan because you don't want it to get stuck. So the way to do that is I tend to butter it. I don't know if anyone does it the way I do, but That's just me. That's the way it's gonna get done. So I'm gonna butter a little bit. And all you have to do is like that. Butter a little bit. And the more butter you put, the better it's going to be for the crust. Because the more butter, the crust is going to be even better. So that's how we do it. And I use my hand. I wash my hands. So don't be afraid to use them. Everyone makes the pie different. I'm going to make it the way that I feel is the best way to do it. And that's just me integrating it. I have seen many recipes and they do have a lot of stuff, but I'm gonna turn this thing off because this is already done and good. And I don't want it to cook anymore. I think this is gonna be great the way it is. So we have a pie. Now we're gonna use that pie crust. Where is it? One, and where's the other one? Ooh, let's see if I find it now. And this is why I say that this is going to be an easy one, because you guys don't have to go and do the pie crust and all that stuff and emulate, and you know, I don't know how to do this, so I probably can do it if I were to put my mind to it, but being that is, oh, there it is, that one. Okay, being that is let's go this way here. So this is a messy here because we were just cooking in there, and then we just put this in the, of course I have to clean the floor now. It's okay, it happens. You always have to make a mess while you're cooking. That's the way I say it. Messy kitchen, and clean up after. My mom would say, clean, right? No, it's the chicken pot pie that I'm making. Yep. So you definitely want to unravel it and make sure that it's very sturdy. Okay. Hi, my love. So this is actually already done. You don't have to do too much. We're gonna put it on the bottom. We're gonna put it in the bottom here. And I don't know if it looks pretty good, but it's going to be, go down here, and this is what we're doing. We're just putting it in there.
I'm hungry now.
Keep in mind you have the butter that is not gonna allow this to stick. You wanna make this to look nice, of course, and we're gonna do it when the second layer is actually. Baby, if you're hungry, you're gonna have to wait because this is gonna take time. I'm gonna put something now, and then we're gonna put the top part. Now we're gonna put all the stocking that we make. Now we're gonna put all this stuff in here. So let's put it in there. And we're gonna put it in a little bit at a time, just in case it's a little bit overflowing, it's too much. Let's see. A little bit at a time. Let's spread it out. Oh, this has to go down a little bit more. Let's see. So, oh my God, it's so warm and it looks so yummy. This is one of my favorite things to do. I normally don't make them. This is my first time making it, right, Genesis? So,
I haven't seen this before either. Where did you find this?
I actually have done it before. It's just a recipe that mommy haven't done in a long time, because you guys tend to be a little picky on what to eat. So I actually don't do that, but today is one of those days when I'm gonna try something new. And we're going to, hold on, come on. Yeah, it's very hard to open. That's why I have to do this. I have to cut it to get out in it, because I don't
Can I
want.
help you?
This is very sensitive, so this is not an area to actually help me, my love. But
I wish it was clay, because I couldn't.
it looks like clay, but it's like, this is flour, and it's basically flour that's already created as a crust, you know?
Yes, I want to eat it. Wait, are you?
And then I'm gonna put a little bit of flours in my hand so I can maneuver it better. Put a little bit of flour, because the other one was a little bit hard to maneuver. So if you put flour, then it's gonna be easy to maneuver. So, oops. So here we go, flour. A little bit of flour, so it can just start not getting stuck in here. The flour is gonna loosen it up, because after all, this is what a play dough is. Now you're gonna put it on top. I'm gonna put it on top. You wanna come help, Genesis? you can help me plate it out. Now we're gonna put this on top, right? And we're going to make sure that we go on the bottom, right? And then we're gonna start making like, we're gonna make it them go together and tuck it in. We're gonna tuck it in with the other one that is below, and we're gonna tuck in, right? Tuck in. Hold on, let's tuck in right there. So we're tucking in, and hopefully, I mean, this could be that tucking in. Let's tuck in more. What are you doing, baby? Oh, flour. Okay, give me a second. Then tuck in with the next one there. Tuck in. And we're gonna tuck it in with the other one.
Good.
Tuck it in with the other one. And then tuck it in with the other one instead there.
That looks pretty.
And then we're gonna do like little tucking in. So that's basically what we're doing. We're tucking them in. Like we're basically tucking in a baby. That's the best way to put it. We're tucking in a baby. And the baby is gonna be home soon. Just kidding. So here we go. Now, what if I want to make this look? No, you may not play outside. They already came and asked me, and I said no because you guys weren't behaving very well. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do.
Can I do that?
Yeah, you can do it.
Can I get another fork?
Just get this fork and try to do it like that, and then you're gonna do like that.
Should I
And
use
you're
that
gonna
one?
integrate it into the other one on the bottom. Push it in. Push it in. Push it in here.
Do I have to get one? Do I have to get one?
I'm telling you to do this one, but you don't listen. Here.
I'm doing it.
Here, go. Just don't press too hard. I'll show you. Like that. 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 And basically what you're trying to shoot is to get the bottom parts and the top parts so you come together. And you keep going.
It looks good.
Do another one, and then another one, and then I'm gonna do this one again because mommy didn't do very good in this area here. So guys, this is all you did, and then the apple pie is like that. It's gonna look no, it's almost look like an apple pie, but it's not. Now what you need to do is stop touching it, Genesis. Now what you need to do is make sure that you have a knife, a small knife, not too big, because you're gonna make an incision right in the middle where you're going to make like basically a ventilation hole. So this,
Bakes.
so when it, and it doesn't have to be too big. It could be as small as possible. And you're going to make that ventilation on, and that's going to be the ventilation for the pie to do. And I am going to, you can put a little bit of butter on top and butter it up so you can get crust and nice. But I saw in this video, that this guy used the heavy cream to coat it around to just get it to look nice. So I'm going to use that method, and I'm going to use that method to do it. So I'm going to use a little bit of heavy cream, and I'm going to put it all around it. I just need to get like a brush or something to do that. Let's see if I find that brush that I need. If I can find it, it's almost like a barbecue brush that you need. If you know what I'm talking about. I don't see it, but we're going to find it. Brush. Where are you? Can't find it, but we'll find it eventually, I guess. What is that brush? I can't find it. Anyway, if you cannot find a brush, just use a spoon and just go around like this and brush it with a, not too much, just brush it a little bit like this. And you're going to do like this. Okay, you don't want to do it too hard. You definitely need a brush, but I can't find my brush right now, so I'm just gonna do this. You can also do a little bit of butter if you don't have enough I mean, heavy whipping cream. Then do this. And this is going to make that even more savory. I'm not gonna do it too much because obviously I don't have the right tool for it. So I don't want to mess it up, and that's going to be, but there you go. And of course I have it at 400, and you're going to put it in the oven 400 for 25 minutes, and then after 25 minutes then you are going to notice. And you know what, I think I'm gonna put the butter on top of it. You know why? Why we're gonna put the butter? Because why not? Let's just rub the butter on top of it a little bit here. I'm going to do this to make even more. Oh, sorry, I don't want to make it a mess here. Well, that was a little bit mistake, but you know, use the butter to make sure that the butter is going to make all yummy. Oh my God, I just tasting it right now. It's like so yummy for me already. Okay, you guys, now you can just pat it down so you can distribute everything. Or you can use that brush that I tell you about. I don't find my brush, so I'm using my fingers. Keep in mind, my fingers are clean as a button. I've been washing my hands non-stop. So this is it. So this is a chicken pot pie, and I am done. I'm gonna put it in the oven for 400 for 25 minutes, and then I'm gonna switch it down to 400. Then I'm gonna switch it from 400 to 350 for the next 30 to 45 minutes until that crust is just perfect. So you're gonna put a cookie sheet on top of it because this is gonna splash all over the place. So you definitely want to get a cookie sheet that is going to protect that. I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use this one because it's not my favorite one and it doesn't look that great. But it's not about looking, it's about protecting my oven from getting all messed up inside. So you have the cookie sheet, you have your chicken pot pie, and now we're going. And here we go. And that is Beast Cocina chicken pot pie. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be posting pictures on my chicken pot pie on Instagram and probably even on Facebook if possible. But 47 minutes from beginning to end, not bad considering it could have been faster, but I'm recording you guys, and whew, yeah, I have to put it back. Sorry, I have a headache, so I have to put it back. I am feeling a little bit better, but not as much. And the light, this light right here, is not good for my eyes right now. So I'm going to, as soon as I'm done, shut it down and keep on going. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is Beast Cocina, and I am so happy that you guys came and dropped by and check out this recipe of chicken pot pie. And it's my first one. I have done it prior, but not, I think last time I did it was like 10 years ago. So I hope this one turned out good. And I'll report you on Instagram and let you know. And if no one have tell you, you're special just the way you are. And I went to church yesterday, and God is good all the time. So God is good all the time. So just remember that, you know, sometimes we go through a lot of things in life and you have to be strong. I've been going through a lot myself. But God needs to give, God is giving me strength to keep on going. And I celebrated my brother's birthday, and he passed away 4 years ago. But this month was his birthday, and I felt sad. But I had to make something for me, for him. And you know, I just released some balloons in the lake, and that made me feel better about him. But anyway, guys, I'll see you next time on Beast Cocina, and I love you just the way you are. Bye bye.